All right, so today we are diving into the world of KitchenAid gas ranges.
Those beautiful appliances that just make you dream of,
Gourmet meals.
Exactly.
Yeah, and to help us kind of navigate all of the information out there,
Yeah.
we've got a great Nifty Nexus review and, of course, all of the specs and details from KitchenAid itself.
Absolutely.
And joining us today to help us sort through all this information and pull out the most important points is our expert.
Hello?
So happy to be here.
That Nifty Nexus review.
Yeah.
I mean, they were raving about KitchenAid gas ranges.
Yeah.
They gave them a 98% customer satisfaction rating.
98%.
That's got to be.
That's incredible.
Almost unheard of.
It really speaks to KitchenAid's reputation.
Yeah.
They've been around for over a century,
Wow.
starting back in the early 1900s with their stand mixers.
Oh, yeah.
But what's really fascinating is how they've evolved, you know, from those simple gas cooktops to the full spectrum we see today.
Yeah.
Electric, dual fuel, even induction. I was going to say, I'm curious about that. Like, why would KitchenAid offer so many different cooking technologies?
Well, it's all about catering to different needs and cooking styles. You know?
Right.
So, for example, gas is really beloved for that instant heat control.
Yeah.
You can go from a roaring sear to a gentle simmer in seconds.
Wow.
It's perfect for, delicate sauces or searing a steak.
Right.
But it can be a bit trickier to clean.
Okay.
Electric, on the other hand, it heats more evenly, and it's generally a breeze to wipe down.
So for someone who's maybe a little bit messier in the kitchen,
Yeah.
electric might be the way to go. But if I want that restaurant quality sear,
Yeah.
gas is the way to do it.
Gas is the way to go.
Okay.
And then you have dual fuel ranges,
Right.
which combine the best of both worlds. You get a gas cooktop with an electric oven.
Oh, wow.
So you get maximum versatility,
Yeah.
but often with a higher price tag.
Okay, so versatility is good. Well, let's dive into some of the features that Nifty Nexus was so excited about. They called out the Even-Heat True Convection,
Yes.
the steam rack technology, and a massive 5.8 cubic foot oven.
Huge. Yes.
So what makes these so special?
Well, let's start with that Even-Heat True Convection.
Okay.
It's more than just marketing jargon. It utilizes a unique bow tie design with a fan and a heating element
Okay.
to really circulate the heat throughout the oven.
Okay.
So you get no more hot spots or unevenly cooked cookies.
Oh, I see.
This is precision baking right here.
So that's the secret to
Yeah.
perfect cookies.
That's one of the secrets.
I'm sold already.
Uh-huh.
What about that steam rack technology?
Oh, the steam rack.
I'm kind of intrigued by that.
It's all about infusing moisture.
Oh.
It elevates the texture and flavor, taking your roasts and bakes to a whole new level.
Okay.
So picture this. You have perfectly roasted vegetables,
Yeah.
that crispy exterior with a tender interior, or croissants with those flaky layers that practically melt in your mouth.
Okay, he's making me hungry.
Uh-huh.
And with that 5.8 cubic foot oven,
Yes.
I mean, could you basically bake everything at once?
You're not wrong.
Okay.
I mean, that's a generous capacity,
Yeah.
larger than many of their competitors offer.
Wow.
Perfect for big families, or if you love to entertain.
Yeah.
You could easily fit multiple casserole dishes, baking sheets,
Yeah. Wow.
and even that Thanksgiving turkey with room to spare.
Oh my God.
Plus, they have adjustable rack configuration,
Okay.
so you can customize the space to your needs.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, I once hosted...
Oh, story time.
Well, this wasn't exactly a thrilling tale, but, that large oven capacity was my saving grace.
Okay.
I had a mountain of side dishes, a massive turkey, even dessert, all going at once.
Wow.
It was a culinary ballet, all thanks to that spacious oven.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
It was good.
It was stressful.
I bet it was stressful. It worked out.
But it all worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered even heating, added moisture, and tons of space. But what about those burners?
Oh, the burners.
Nifty Nexus mentioned a professional grade 5-burner setup.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
That's where the magic of gas truly shines.
Yeah.
You get this range of BTUs from a low 5,000 BTU simmer for, delicate sauces.
Right.
All the way up to a powerful 17,000 BTU for searing.
Wow.
And some models even offer an ultra-low simmer setting,
Oh, wow.
which is perfect for keeping things warm without scorching.
I see.
So that kind of versatility is hard to beat.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I could go from melting chocolate to searing a steak,
Yes.
like in seconds.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
But hold on.
Yeah.
What about those continuous grates I've seen in pictures?
Yes.
Are those just for aesthetics, or do they serve, like, a purpose?
No, they're not just pretty faces.
Oh.
Those continuous grates, they let you effortlessly slide heavy pots and pans across the cooktop.
Okay.
No more awkward lifting or precarious balancing acts.
That makes sense.
And they also make cleaning a bit easier.
Okay, I'm starting to see why KitchenAid is so popular.
Mm-hmm.
They really have thought of everything.
They really have.
But it's not just about the cooking, right?
No.
They've also got some pretty cool tech features.
They do.
Nifty Nexus raved about the glass touch controls
Yes.
and compatibility with Google Assistant.
Mm-hmm.
So is this like the future of cooking?
It certainly feels that way.
Yeah.
You know, those glass touch controls give you a sleek, modern interface
Right?
for adjusting settings and monitoring your cooking,
Yeah.
and the Google Assistant integration.
Mm-hmm.
That's where convenience meets technology.
Okay.
I mean, imagine preheating your oven setting timers,
Yeah.
or even adjusting temperatures with just your voice.
So I could be like relaxing on the couch and just tell my oven to preheat.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
You got it.
Oh, that's next level laziness.
It is.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I find convection cooking a little bit intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really as complicated as it seems?
You know you're not alone.
Okay.
A lot of people feel that way about convection,
Yeah.
but KitchenAid has addressed that with their Easy Convect conversion technology.
Okay.
This takes the guesswork out
Mm-hmm.
by automatically adjusting traditional baking temperatures
Okay.
to their convection equivalents.
Wait, so I don't have to do any math or look up any conversion charts?
Exactly.
Wow.
You just input the temperature from your regular recipe,
Yeah.
and the oven handles the rest.
So it's like having a built-in
It is.
sous chef
Yes.
who's like amazing at
Yeah.
convection calculations.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, now all this talk about delicious food
Mm-hmm.
is making me think about cleanup.
Uh-huh.
Are these ranges easy to keep clean?
You know, KitchenAid knows that nobody enjoys scrubbing burnt-on messes.
Right.
That's why they offer the AquaLift self-cleaning technology.
Oh, okay.
Uses low heat and water
Okay,
to loosen that baked-on gunk.
I see.
So it's a much gentler and less smelly alternative
Yeah.
to traditional high-heat self-cleaning.
I was going to say, because that high heat self-cleaning,
It's intense.
it gets so hot.
Yeah, and it makes your whole house smell.
Yes, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So low heat and no harsh smells.
Mm-hmm.
Sign me up.
Yes.
But even with a self-cleaning feature,
Yeah.
I imagine there's still some regular maintenance involved, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, regular maintenance is key to keeping any appliance in tip-top shape.
Right.
For gas cooktops,
Mm-hmm.
a gentle cleaner and a soft sponge will do the trick.
Okay.
But remember, always refer to the manufacturer's instructions
Yeah.
for specific cleaning products and methods.
Always good advice.
Yes.
Speaking of which, let's talk about design.
Okay.
KitchenAid is known for their sleek and modern aesthetic.
Mm.
So what kind of design options are we looking at here?
Well, most KitchenAid gas ranges come in a sleek stainless steel finish.
Okay.
You know, it's a variety of kitchen styles.
Yeah.
And many of their gas ranges are designed as slide-in models,
Oh,
which creates a seamless, integrated look.
right.
You know,
Right.
almost like it was custom built for your space.
Yeah, that built-in look is so elegant.
It is.
But what if my kitchen is a little bit older
Mhm.
and I'm not sure if a slide-in range will fit properly?
Well, KitchenAid has you covered with their FIT guarantee.
Okay.
It ensures that their slide-in ranges fit existing 30-inch wide cutouts
Okay.
with standard countertop and cabinet depths.
So they've really got the fit covered.
Yeah, they've thought of that.
That's awesome.
And they even offer optional side trim kits
Oh, wow.
to cover any imperfections or unfinished edges.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly a DIY expert.
Mm-hmm.
What about the installation process?
Well, they offer professional delivery and setup services.
Uh-huh.
So a team of experienced technicians will handle everything,
Oh, wow.
from transporting the appliance to ensuring a secure and proper installation.
That sounds like a huge relief.
It is.
Knowing that professionals are taking care of the installation
Mm-hmm.
definitely takes a load off my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, before we get too carried away with the excitement of,
Yeah,
a brand new KitchenAid range,
right.
let's talk safety.
Of course.
What kind of safety features can we expect?
Well, safety is paramount for KitchenAid.
Okay.
Their gas ranges meet or exceed industry standards,
Mm-hmm.
and many models include features like auto reignition,
Okay.
which automatically relights the burner if the flame goes out.
That's good.
They also often incorporate child-proof controls
Right.
to prevent accidental activation.
That's essential, especially for families with young children.
Absolutely.
It's great to know that KitchenAid prioritizes safety alongside all those amazing features and performance capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
there's one more thing I'm curious about.
Okay, what's on your mind?
Well, we've talked a lot about the pros of gas ranges,
Mm-hmm.
but they do come with some potential drawbacks, right?
Right.
What are some things people should consider before jumping on the gas range bandwagon?
That's a great point.
Sure.
While gas ranges offer incredible control and responsiveness,
Right.
there are some things to think about.
Okay.
For instance, they require a gas line hookup,
Right.
which may not be feasible for every kitchen.
Yeah, if you live in an apartment,
Exactly.
you might not have a gas hookup.
Yeah,
And then there's the ventilation aspect.
that's right.
Gas cooking releases combustion byproducts.
Mm-hmm.
So proper ventilation is crucial
Yes, it is.
for maintaining good indoor air quality.
Absolutely.
So if someone lives in an apartment without a gas hookup or maybe has concerns about ventilation,
Mm-hmm.
a gas range might not be the best fit.
That's right. It's important to weigh those factors carefully
Okay.
before making a decision. And while gas is known for its efficiency,
Mm-hmm.
it is worth noting that newer electric and induction ranges
Yeah.
are becoming increasingly energy efficient,
Okay.
sometimes even surpassing gas in certain scenarios.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a one-size-fits-all situation. There are definitely pros and cons to consider.
Absolutely.
But let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about something I've always wondered about.
Okay.
I know KitchenAid is a premium brand,
Yes.
and these ranges are an investment.
Mm-hmm.
But is it truly worth the splurge?
That's a question a lot of people grapple with.
Yeah.
And the answer, like most things in life, is nuanced.
Okay.
A high-quality range, like a KitchenAid, can elevate your cooking experience,
Yeah.
inspire you to try new recipes, and truly become the heart of your kitchen.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
crucial to align your investment with your cooking habits and priorities.
So you're saying that if someone rarely cooks, maybe a top-of-the-line range isn't necessary.
Precisely.
That's
You-
okay.
It wouldn't make sense to invest in a professional-grade range
Yeah.
if you mostly rely on takeout or microwave meals.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you're a passionate home cook
Mm-hmm.
who spends a lot of time in the kitchen,
Yeah.
then a KitchenAid range could be a game changer.
Okay.
It's an investment in your culinary journey.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's not just buying an appliance.
Mhm.
It's about investing in an experience.
It is.
Yeah. But I imagine it can feel overwhelming
Oh, yeah.
trying to choose the perfect model.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many options.
There are.
What advice would you give to someone who's feeling lost in a sea of KitchenAid ranges?
I'd say start by defining your needs and cooking style.
Okay.
Do you cook for a large family or primarily for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
What types of dishes do you typically prepare?
Right.
Are you a baking enthusiast
Yeah.
or more of a stovetop chef? Once you have a clear picture of your culinary habits,
Mm-hmm.
you can narrow down the options based on feature size and budget.
So it's all about finding the range that best fits your lifestyle
Yes.
and your cooking personality.
Exactly.
Kind of like finding the perfect pair of shoes.
It is.
And don't hesitate to lean on those resources we mentioned earlier.
Right.
The KitchenAid website is a treasure trove of information
Yes.
with detailed product descriptions, specs,
Mm-hmm.
and even videos that demonstrate the features in action.
It's true.
And those nifty Nexus reviews are gold.
Yes, they are.
Real people sharing their honest experiences,
Mm-hmm.
the good, the bad, and the occasionally messy.
Absolutely.
But, even with all of this information, I think there's still this lingering question that a lot of people have.
Okay.
Is gas truly the best option? What about those newer technologies like induction?
Right.
I mean, it seems like everyone's talking about induction these days.
It's true. Induction cooking has gained a lot of traction in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
It's incredibly efficient.
Okay.
It heats the cookware directly via electromagnetism,
Oh, wow.
which means, faster heating times
Okay.
and precise temperature control.
That's amazing.
But
Yeah.
it does require specific cookware,
Okay.
which can be an added expense.
I see. So it's not as simple as just like swapping out your old gas range
Right.
for an induction cooktop.
No, not quite.
Okay.
You'll need to make sure your cookware is compatible with induction technology.
Okay.
But the benefits can be quite compelling.
Yeah.
Induction cooktops are remarkably responsive, often surpassing even gas in terms of speed and precision.
Wow.
And they're incredibly easy to clean.
Really?
A simple wipe down is usually all it takes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal. It sounds like induction could be a real contender for those who prioritize speed efficiency and easy cleanup.
Absolutely.
But I have to admit, I'm a little bit attached to that visual flame of the gas range.
I get it.
There's something so satisfying about cooking with fire, even if it's a controlled one.
I understand that sentiment completely.
Yeah.
There's a certain visceral appeal to cooking with a gas flame.
Yeah.
You know, it feels primal, almost like an extension of our culinary history.
Right.
But from a purely practical standpoint, induction offers some undeniable advantages,
Okay.
particularly in terms of safety.
Oh, that's right, because there's no open flame with induction.
Exactly.
The cooktop itself doesn't get as hot,
Right.
which reduces the risk of burns. That's a huge plus, especially for families with young children or pets.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
And because the heat is generated directly in the cookware, there's less wasted energy,
Okay.
making induction cooking incredibly efficient.
Right.
Plus, those precise temperature controls
Yeah.
allow for a level of finesse that's hard to match with traditional gas or electric cooktops.
Wow. Okay. I'm officially intrigued. I think we need to dedicate a whole other deep dive to exploring the world of induction cooking.
I'm game if you are.
Excellent. But for now,
Yeah.
let's get back to those KitchenAid gas ranges. We've covered a lot of ground, from their innovative features and sleek designs to the pros and cons of gas cooking itself.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up,
Okay.
I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier. Their FIT guarantee.
You mean the guarantee that ensures that their slide-in ranges fit seamlessly into standard kitchen cutouts?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm curious, have you encountered any situations where this guarantee has fallen short? Or are they pretty good about honoring it?
From what I've seen, KitchenAid stands behind their FIT guarantee.
Okay.
You know, they've designed their slide-in ranges with specific dimensions in mind,
Right.
and they offer those optional side trim kits to address any potential gaps or imperfections.
That's reassuring to hear. But even with a guarantee, I imagine there are still some things people should double check
Oh, yeah.
before purchasing a slide-in range, right?
Of course.
Like measuring their existing cutout
Yes.
and making sure it aligns with KitchenAid's specifications.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's always wise to measure twice
Yeah.
and maybe even thrice
Yeah.
before making a significant purchase like this.
Right.
And if you have any doubts, consulting with a professional installer
Right.
or contacting KitchenAid's customer service can provide valuable peace of mind.
Great advice.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to be safe than sorry,
Yes,
especially when you're dealing with a major kitchen appliance.
absolutely.
Now, I know we've touched on safety features throughout our conversation.
We have.
But before we move on, I'd like to highlight one aspect that particularly impressed: commitment to accessibility.
Ah, yes. Their dedication to designing appliances that are inclusive and user-friendly for people of all abilities is truly commendable.
It's so important for everyone to feel comfortable and confident in their kitchen,
Yes,
regardless of physical limitations.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And KitchenAid has incorporated thoughtful features that enhance accessibility,
Right.
such as front-mounted controls, clear and easy-to-read displays,
Yeah.
and strategically placed handles.
It's those little details that make a big difference.
They really do.
And it speaks volumes about KitchenAid's commitment to creating appliances that are not only high-performing and stylish,
Yes,
but also inclusive and accessible.
absolutely. They've managed to blend form, function, and social responsibility in a truly impressive way.
Okay, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know
It seems like it.
about KitchenAid gas ranges.
We've gone in depth.
We've explored their innovative cooking technologies, their sleek designs, their safety features, and even their commitment to accessibility.
Yes.
But before we officially wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with a final thought to ponder.
I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
Well, we've spent a lot of time talking about the appliances themselves, But I think it's important to remember that the true magic happens when you combine a great appliance with a passionate cook.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that cooking is more than just following recipes or using fancy gadgets.
Right.
It's about creativity, experimentation, and the joy of creating something delicious and nourishing.
Exactly. And while a high-quality range like a KitchenAid can certainly enhance your culinary journey,
It can.
it's ultimately the cook who brings the passion and the artistry to the kitchen.
Beautifully said. You know, it's the cook who transforms ingredients into culinary masterpieces, regardless of the tools at their disposal.
So to all our listeners out there, I encourage you to embrace your inner chef experiment with new flavors.
Yes.
And don't be afraid to make a mess in the kitchen.
That's right.
Because that's where the real magic happens.
That's where it happens.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll be sharing your own culinary triumphs with the world, inspired by the tools and knowledge you've gained along the way.
I love it.
Now that's a delicious thought. Okay. I think it's time to let our listeners digest all this amazing information about KitchenAid gas ranges and maybe even start planning their next culinary adventure.
It's a good idea.
All right. So we want to hear from you.
Yes.
What features of KitchenAid gas ranges resonate with you the most? Are you ready to upgrade your kitchen with one of these beauties?
Yes. Are you leaning towards exploring other cooking technologies?
Right, like induction.
Exactly.
Keep those questions simmering as you continue your kitchen upgrade journey.
Absolutely. And be sure to check out the source links in the show notes for a deeper dive into specific models and features.
Until next time, happy cooking.
Happy cooking, everyone. Yeah, it's a good question. You know, a lot of people ask me that, and honestly, the answer is it depends on a lot of factors. Primarily your budget. KitchenAid ranges are definitely on the higher end of the price spectrum. But they're also built to last. You know, you get what you pay for.
That's true.
If you're looking for a range that's going to perform well for many years to come, then KitchenAid's a great option.
Okay, so thinking long term, it's worth the investment.
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's talk about something I've been seeing in a lot of the reviews.
Okay.
Apparently, KitchenAid offers a color match guarantee.
Yes, they do.
So you can find a range to perfectly match your kitchen's color scheme.
It's a fantastic feature, you know.
Yeah.
If you're really into design and aesthetics, you know, it lets you create a cohesive look in your kitchen.
I love that.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work?
Well, basically, you just provide KitchenAid with a sample of your cabinet color. Or a paint code. And they'll create a custom finish.
Oh, wow. So it's not like they have a set number of colors.
Yeah.
It's like completely customized.
Like, they can match any color you can imagine.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So you could have a bright pink range if you wanted to.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
I love that they give you that level of customization. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of the positives of KitchenAid gas ranges. But is there anything we haven't covered yet that people should know about?
Well, you know, one thing that sometimes gets overlooked is the importance of regular maintenance. Like any appliance, a gas range needs a little TLC to keep it running smoothly.
So what kind of maintenance are we talking about?
Well, for starters, you should clean the cooktop regularly.
Right.
You know, wipe up any spills as soon as they happen. And make sure to clean the grates and burner caps periodically. You should also check the igniters and make sure they're sparking properly. And finally, you know, it's a good idea to have a professional inspect the gas line. Right connections at least once a year.
To make sure everything is safe.
Exactly.
Good advice. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into KitchenAid gas ranges.
Yes.
We've covered a lot of information today.
Oh, yeah.
From the innovative features and sleek designs to the pros and cons of gas cooking and the importance of regular maintenance.
Yes.
So to wrap things up, what are your final thoughts on KitchenAid gas ranges?
Well, I think they're a fantastic option for serious home cooks who are looking for a high-quality appliance that's going to last for many years.
Yeah.
They offer a lot of features and benefits, and they're just really beautiful appliances.
They are.
You know,
like beautiful.
They're a statement piece in any kitchen.
That's true.
So, yeah, if you're in the market for a new range, I would definitely recommend checking out KitchenAid.
Awesome. Well, we want to hear from you, our listeners. What features of KitchenAid gas ranges are you most excited about? Are you considering upgrading your kitchen with one of these beauties?
Yeah. Or are you still on the fence?
Right.
Maybe you're considering induction instead.
Exactly. So keep those questions simmering as you continue your kitchen upgrade journey.
And be sure to check out the source links in the show notes.
Yes.
For a deeper dive into specific models and features.
Until next time, happy cooking.
Happy cooking.
As we wrap up our deep dive, I keep thinking back to something you said earlier about KitchenAid being an investment. So for those listeners out there who are ready to take the plunge, what advice would you give them on how to choose the right KitchenAid gas range?
Well, I would say the first step is to really assess your needs.
Oh.
How often do you cook?
Right.
What types of dishes do you typically prepare? Do you need a lot of oven space?
Right.
Once you have a good understanding of your cooking habits, you can start to narrow down the options.
Right.
Look at things like the number of burners, the oven capacity, the types of features that are available.
Right, like that easy convect conversion.
That's a great one.
That sounds like a real game changer.
It is.
Yeah. And, of course, consider your budget.
Of course.
KitchenAid ranges come in a wide range of prices.
Yeah.
So there's something for everyone.
There is.
Okay. That's great advice. Anything else people should keep in mind?
I would also say don't be afraid to ask for help.
Okay.
Talk to a salesperson at a local appliance store.
Right.
Read online reviews.
Yeah, those Nifty Nexus reviews were really helpful.
They are a great resource.
Yeah.
And, you can even reach out to KitchenAid directly.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they have a great customer service team.
Okay. So do your research, ask for help, and ultimately choose the range that best fits your needs and your budget.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, I think we've covered it all.
I think so.
We've explored the world of KitchenAid gas ranges.
We have.
From their impressive features and sleek designs to the pros and cons of gas cooking.
Yes.
And how to choose the right model for your needs.
Absolutely.
So to wrap things up,
okay,
any final thoughts for our listeners?
I would just say if you're in the market for a new range, KitchenAid is definitely a brand worth considering.
Okay.
They make high-quality appliances that are built to last.
Yeah, and they look beautiful, too.
They do.
So we want to hear from you, our listeners.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on KitchenAid gas ranges? Are you planning to upgrade your kitchen with one of these beauties?
Yeah, or maybe you're considering a different brand.
Or a different cooking technology altogether.
Exactly.
So let us know. Keep those questions simmering.
Yes.
As you continue your kitchen upgrade journey.
And be sure to check out the source links in the show notes.
Right.
For more information on KitchenAid gas ranges.
Until next time, happy cooking.
Happy cooking, everyone.